Kinsley,
Yeah.
this is your rental property,
It is.
right?
Yeah.
Did you have to work really hard and save for that?
I did many things. My dad owns a construction company, so I worked with him, and I remember when I was little, we were spray painting something in our backyard where the rocks are, and we got paint on the rocks. And my dad's like, uh-oh, Kinsley, I want you to pick up all the rocks with paint on them, and I'll pay you a penny a rock. And so I get the rocks, I count them, and I made roughly $1. When I was about a little older, maybe 8, 7, me and my dad has employees. Okay, and we're like, oh, we could sell snacks. And so we got one of these vending machines. We pick it up, we put it in the break room, and we fill it up with snacks every week, and I get a monthly pay. And I made a little off of that. And then I also worked with my dad, and I scanned all the paper, I filed, I mopped, I swept, I threw out trash. I did anything anyone needed me to do.
So you worked really hard for this down payment. Your parents
Yes.
weren't like, here's your house. You
No.
were actually working really hard to get it.
I worked for it. I knew I wanted something not too big because I wanted just a simple, maybe 3-bedroom, 2-bath house. So I was just looking for something worth the money I had. So when we first got it, the backyard was a dumpster. The shed was full of tools. There's a weight set sitting on the porch, like a good weight set, and just cinder blocks, and we had to rake it and all. So my family and some friends helped me, and we made the backyard look nice. But we also, from selling the weight set and the tools and everything else we could, we had enough money to clean the carpets and paint the inside of the house.
Any interesting tenant issues? Because tenants can be great if they're screened and you do all of those steps, but sometimes even when doing that, you can run into problems. So why don't you say what problem you ran into?
So about 2 months in for our first tenant, they were about maybe 19, they're going to college, clean record. The police come up to her house and they're like, there's drug dealers in their house, and they're catching them down the street. Like, they see them, they pass something through the garage, and they drive down.
They got evicted. However, because they were evicted, Kinsley got to keep their security deposit, and it was enough for her to then paint the outside of the house, which it really needed.
Okay.
So we found a little family, I believe, with like 2 or 3 sons and daughters, and we're like, okay, that's good. So they're living in that house right now.
Okay, and it's been a lot better of an experience,
Yes,
right?
it
And they're
has.
kind of paying on time and no problems or anything like that?
There hasn't been a problem.